Okay, hi, welcome. On the Zoom call we have with us today is Trish Rizzone. She's at ESNL, and they have been awarded the 2020 Irondequoit Chamber of Commerce New Building Award. So, Trish, if you want to just tell me what your position is at ESNL and what your role was in building this building.
Sure. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate the time today, and we certainly are very honored to be accepting this award. So my name is Trish Rizzone, and I'm the manager of Building and Support Services for ESL. I've been with ESL a little over 3 years now, and my particular role with our Hudson Titus branch began with site identification, site acquisition, working closely with our architects and engineers on the exterior building layout and design, the interior building layout and design, and then also working in conjunction with them going through the town approval process that we went through. And then I also work very closely with the internal departments at ESL in order to get the inside all ready to go and put the branch forward to the community.
Terrific. So I do know that the branch up on East Ridge Road there between, I guess, Hudson and Seneca is one of the busiest branches throughout the whole network. So I mean, I'm sure you know the demographics and the volume there. What made you choose that spot in Irondequoit, or you had plans to build all along another branch in Irondequoit?
So you are correct. The East Ridge Road location for us is historically one of our busiest locations. So when we were looking to service the continued needs in the community, we decided that a third location in Irondequoit was necessary. The proximity of Hudson Titus is exactly positioned to address what you just mentioned, to try to alleviate some of the member traffic that we had up at the East Ridge Road location, and then also to allow an alternate location for those members that may be up in North Irondequoit.
Great, great. And when ESNL builds a new branch, do you kind of use like a cookie cutter architectural design, or do you kind of customize it to the location in the space?
No, so we actually have a program that we've developed. Our goal is so that anyone in the community, members, future members, would always be able to recognize an ESL branch when they were driving by. However, you know, there are always certain obstacles that are constraints that come into the program. For instance, depending on the property that we've acquired, either through purchase or lease, that may help drive a little bit about what the layout would look like. And also, you know, if the town has any specific requirements that we need to modify the build out for, we certainly would take those into consideration and address at that time. But most likely, you know, we try to utilize the same program.
Nice, and it definitely looks very nice there. I know that corner there, it's almost like Irondequoit has its own little Wall Street or financial district there with there's so many banks in that little area. Does that branch in particular have any special services that it's offering that the other branches don't, or do they serve any part of the community? I know the other one has multiple languages they speak up at that Ridge Road one.
Right. Right. So, you know, as far as the branch services, all of our typical retail banking services are all part of the same program and accommodated at the Hudson Titus location. We do have some Spanish-speaking employees that are able to help the Spanish community in Irondequoit with any language barriers that they may have. So that's a nice amenity there. In addition, when you kind of look at the exterior of the building and the property, it was really important for us to maintain a pedestrian connection for the residents of Irondequoit. So if you go to the property, you can see that we created a sidewalk that starts on Hudson Avenue and extends completely across our property back to Grange Place.
Oh, nice.
And that allows connectivity back to I Square and coming up of Hudson and tying into the sidewalk systems that are there existing today. The other amenity that we introduced into the Hudson Titus build, which was the first time that we've done this, is we actually have added heated sidewalks around the building. So over the last couple of weeks, if you drove by, you would notice that there wasn't a lot of snow there, and that's because we had this underground system there. We actually have taken that and actually added it to our program, and we will have that part of our exterior building programs as we move forward with all of our branch builds.
Wow, that's awesome. I never have heard about that, but I guess, you know, up in this area, once you plow in the morning and shovel, it will accumulate more snow as the day goes on. So that probably alleviates a lot of work and probably will save money in the long run. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so I know you want to put a plug in for ESNL here. I know we've got a lot of banking choices, especially right there. What distinguishes ESNL from the other banks, would you say?
Well, no, Alice. ESL has, we're really rooted in Irondequoit. We opened up our very first community branch in 1995, which allowed us to begin to service the Rochester area. Our former headquarters location was located in Irondequoit on Kings Highway. So, for us, we have been rooted in Irondequoit, part of the community for many, many years. And we were really excited to have the opportunity to open up our third location to service the needs of the Irondequoit residents.
Right, and if anyone else doesn't know out there, the other location is at Culver Ridge Plaza there. Yeah. So, well, these awards are called the Beautification Awards, and certainly the addition of the ESL at Hudson Titus has made that little area there much nicer to look at. And we thank you very much for choosing to continue to do business in Irondequoit.
Thank you, Alice.